Hey guys, Torisuna here. Today we're going to talk about the upcoming Dragon Raid and the Adept Trial event that's coming to Blue Protocol Star Residence. A little bit of a bonus material. We'll also talk about Master Trials and what all they're going to bring. So this is going to be just basic quick breakdown so you'll know what to expect. So let's go ahead and get into it real quick. So first up here we have the Dragon Raid. This is going to be our big team-based in-game content coming in both normal and hard modes right out the gate. You'll be fighting through three types of dragons, which are the Ice, Shadow, and Light, with I believe the Ice Dragon being the first available at launch. The rest will roll out in a time-gated fashion over the next week or so. Each raid supports up to 20 players. Communication and mechanics are everything in these. I've seen some pretty heavy mechanics in each one of these dragon fights, and I believe the Shadow Dragon is known to be the toughest one. We even have their guides already in the game. Let's see here. Yep. So, yep, each one of their phases are in the game, so we can actually go ahead and brush up and read up on these now. These raids drop level 60 raid gear and exclusive crafting materials for them, so we can start building our high tier stuff for 60 and up. So we got to make sure that our ability score is going to be up to what it needs to be, and make sure that our refinements and our reforge levels are all on par for this next week of clears for the raid. So we'll go ahead and talk about real quick the Adept Trials. This is going to be like a rogue type or a roguelike style event where you go room to room and clear and get buffs per room and take on bosses, and you get some big rewards. The big takeaway here though is going to be Adept badges. So think of this kind of like a combat heavy gauntlet that tests like your builds and your coordination with your party, right? The main reason that we're going to want to enter this though, like I just said, is the Adept badges. So here in the Seabreeze Festival store, we got Adept badges, and some of these things cost Adept badges. So one of the things we're going to focus on here is runic alloy shards. This is essential for acquiring your raid armor pieces, so make sure you clear these daily and weekly caps as soon as the event goes live. That way you stay ahead of the game. So the other material in here that you can already buy is the Reforged Stones for level 60 gear. So make sure to max this out as soon as possible. Side note, you can also buy the advanced modules for the module mechanic that's going to also come out later on, but we don't get access to this, or not yet. That'll be another video. But mainly we want to focus on legendary gearbox select right here, and then the runic alloy shards. All right. So a little bit of the meta that you want to try and get here is this will be the bonus content that I was talking about with the Master Trials, because we get access to the Master Trials as well coming up here, which is going to be the master modes of each dungeon that we've already been through. It's the level above hard. So mainly what we want to do is it's going to go through and we can unlock the gear again, right? We're only going to get access all the way up to, I believe, Towering Ruin, okay? We'll get access to Towering Ruin, and then forward from Towering Ruin, Economia Trials to the Black Mist dungeon. Those ones are going to be time gated by a week, thus locking us out of some gear. So during the raid, we're going to have access to the armor pieces, which is the head, the chest, the gauntlets, the boots, and the 2 bracelets. Earrings, necklace, ring, and charm are considered accessories. So what we can do is we can farm certain ones from the lower level dungeons that we're going to get masters from and focus on those ones, while raid content will get us access to the majority of our top row here. Okay, so that's essentially what you're going to want to meta and balance as soon as these come out. I can make a more in-depth guide on explaining how to min-max your time there if you guys are interested. Just make sure to leave a comment down below. But so let's just go over a little bit here on like a little final prep thing. So you're going to want to stock up on level 60 reforged stones from the event shop before raids even start. Make sure your main gear pieces are at max enhancements. Make sure to join a guild or a sort of raid group so you don't get locked out early. And then also focus early on Adept trial currencies on both armor pieces, or on the bottom armor pieces. Those tend to give the best overall stat gains early that we're not going to have direct access to until the later dungeons come out for master modes. But overall, remember to have fun exploring the content and do it at your own pace. Don't rush any of this. Get in, play, earn, and have fun. You don't want to rush anything. So that's it for the quick guide for the Dragon Raid and the Adept Trial coming up. I'll have a full breakdown video on each one of the dragon fights coming up, so if you want to go ahead and stay tuned for that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and stay ready for that content. I'm going to go ahead and head out of here and see you guys in the next one. Peace.